This is Ira Newborn with Redneck Jam. It's the main riff, which is what I just played. And then you wanted the minute and 7 and the minute 38 timestamp of solo riffs. This is a CVT guitar lesson for Aaron. Aaron, this is your first one, man. And glad to have you on the CVT crew. Hopefully this helps you out. Cool stuff. Now, I researched a little bit because on the link you sent me, it just says Redneck Jam, and it says from music from the movie 48 Hours, which, you know, I know I've seen that, but I just don't remember the song. So I did a little more. Actually, my research, Aaron, just consisted of reading the comments, and then I saw people, apparently I wasn't the only one wondering who the band was, but it was Ira Newborn. The tuning for this is standard. Really good stuff. Not sure who the players are yet. I'm going to try and research that too and find out, so I can put it in your description in your video. So standard on our tuning, the main riff here coming in at 5 seconds is this. You're going to start on the open A string, and picking's important because this is a fast riff. It's like a, you know, southern rock style thing. You're going to go down, down, up on the open A, and then 5A, slide to 7. So that's a whole step meaning 2 frets. So we have, and then from there go to 5, or go to 5 on the D. So we have, so our whole step slide. And you know, this being your first CVT lesson, you know, I usually end up kind of getting to know some of my CVT guys, so I didn't get a chance to ask you, you know, how long you've been playing. Like, I don't know if you understand whole steps and half steps and all that stuff, but in your tabs on the cover sheet, there's a index of all the techniques. Not all of them necessarily that are in the song, but you know, I've got like maybe 20 techniques that are super common. But whole step, in case you don't know, is 2 frets, half step is 1 fret. Sometimes I'll call that out, you know, but you'll have the tabs with this. So in fingering, I put, but you can even change those around a little bit if you feel like you need to. So we got, so the down up thing's important. Don't overshoot, you know, with this hand. Keep it in tight proximity, you know, so you don't go too far. Okay, then 7th fret on the D string. We're going to pick that, pull off to the 5th fret. So pull off is picking the higher note, snapping the finger so we can make the 5th fret ring. So when I get to fret 5, I'm not even going to lift that off because I have to pull off to it. And then 7A. And then 5 and 7 on the D, 5th and 7th fret. So okay, 3rd fret on string 6, the low E. And this you may have to experiment with on the fingering here, because we're going to go down, down, up, and then we need 3rd fret A, slide to 5, and then 3D. It's not super comfortable on the fingering, and I can't really find a super comfortable fingering, but I think in the intro I went, just use the first finger for all of it. You could go, you can drop the middle underneath of it. And I was also, you know, kind of wondering if he was going, or what would that be? No, it's coming up on another part we'll get to, but that's where that one is. Then the second one, just go down, down on the 3rd fret E, 3A, slide to 5, 3D. So he just doesn't do the gallop and the picking, the alternate picking. So, and then we go back to the first groove that we did. And then this 4th one, which is all this, you know, is in a what I call a section. You know, it's or the main riff or intro, but longer ones I like to kind of group them. So this is cut into 4 quarters. One being, that's the first quarter of it. The second, and then the 3rd one is the same as the first. And then the 4th one. Now this one, check it out, it's kind of tough. You'll go 3rd fret on the E, go down, down, up, And then we got to jump up to 5A and go down up 5th and 7th fret to 5D. So that's involving string skipping now. So, and then an A5 power chord, or an A power chord. It's 5th fret on the top and 7th fret on the A. Do it kind of staccato. In other words, you're going to go 3 times. First 2 are staccato. I'm coming right back down and, you know, laying my palm and the pick wherever it needs to go. And then the third one, you just slide off of it. But what I was going to say, it was on that 4th quarter. I had to listen to it closely. Because at first I thought, it's sure easier to hammer on instead of go. So you can use that for an option. Or I was thinking, well, you could play those notes up here over here. But, you know, I tried to listen to the tonality. It's tinty, but a lot of the notes in here are. So we went with this one. Alright, now we move into the solo that comes in. It's between that and violin, can't remember, fiddle. But you're going to go to the 8th fret on the B string. I like to use the 3rd finger for this. And we're going to bend it a whole step. So we're bending this to this. And so I like to back with a couple fingers for strength and just the feel of it. We're going to bend it and then stop the note and then do it again with a vibrato. So we have so it vibratos, the line in your tabs means it's a rest or a pause. Then we're going to go bend release on the 8th fret. So I'm keeping these 2 fingers here, and now serves a second purpose. Once I get the middle finger out of the way, we're going to go bend release, which means we're bending up and bringing it back to pitch. Then 6B, 7G, 6B, 6B. It'll sound like this. 7G vibrato. So it's do it again. Alright, a minute 10. We got this riff. It's flying, man, in there. You're going to go 10th fret D, pick, hammer onto the 12th fret. So pick, slam the finger down, 10, 12 on the G, down, up. And he's quick on it. It's like short rest, then go 12D, 10 on the G, hammer to 12, 10 on the B. So those 4 notes are then 12B, 12G after that. Couple finger options. I like to kind of roll the 3rd finger up and just land it on the tip. It would be like this. Other option, it would be this. Using the middle. Either way it's fine, but I went with the 3rd finger bar. I like to do the shift with it. It's a good technique too, so. 10, 12 on the B, slide to 13. To a 10E and follow the picking in there. So you know, piece it. Oops. Alright, just add a note each time. That would be a good way to approach it. 13 on the B to 10 on the high E, and that's going to be down up. Hammer onto the 13th fret. 13th fret bend. It's a whole step. Right? Bending a F to a G. After that, 13 on the high E. This is alternate pick, down, up, down, up, down. It's straight through the pentatonic minor, 6 note. Check it out. So, alternate pick, 13, 10, E and B. 13 on the G, we're going to do a double pull off. We're going to go 13, pull off to 12, pull off to 10, to 12D. You can use your third or your middle on that 12D, it don't matter. 10G, half step bend. It's about how fast it is too. Alright, but you know, the speed, if that's the main issue, Aaron, just work on it slow, and then find a moderate tempo, and then just gradually try to speed it up. Or take parts of it, like the... You know what I mean? Add a note each time. Or take it from here. Anyways, fun stuff. 1:15 timestamp, 15th fret on the B. First finger, this is kind of weird. You're gonna bend it a whole step twice to 17 high E. Then 13B, or I'm sorry, 17B, third finger, bend 17E with the pinky, or you can use middle and third. And then bend the 17 again. Then pick, bend, release, pull off to 15. It's a combination technique. You'll go. Only picked the first note. 16G, 15B twice. So. 10th fret on the high E. 13, pull to 10 after that. And then 13, 10 on the B. This is similar to one we did a second ago. So we have exactly the same up to there for the most part. 13, pull 12, 10 on the G to 12D. So then use the third finger as a shift, go 12G back to 12D, and then 10G. So we have 10, hammer 12, pull 10 on the G after that. Lost it. See how I approach it in pieces as well, so. Okay, top of page 3. Alternate picking 12, 10 on the D and the A. And then 12A. So seems different, you know, when you have it in small pieces, but it's easier to work on the speed that way. So 10, hammer 12 on the D. Shift up to 12A. So 10 on the D and then 12 3 times slide. So minute 38 in, kind of an interesting phrase here. It's cool. Down, up, down, 3, 4, 5 on the B. And you know, that could be in different spots, but I'm going with this one. And then do it again, followed by 2nd and 5th fret on the high E. Interesting. So we have and then 7th fret high E, pull off to 5, and then down, up, 7, 5 on the B. 5th fret 3 times on the high E. Then check this out. You're going to slide, rest, slide to 10. As soon as you get there, pick it 2 times. So the one in parentheses means you're sliding to it, and as soon as you get there, pick that. Don't go, go. As soon as it lands, we're picking it. So, minute 45 in. This is pretty interesting too. 13 high E. Experiment with fingering on this part, index or middle, but and then 14G half step bend, and then 14G. So that could be a subgroup for you, just one of them, 3 notes. From rest to rest sometimes works if there's not a whole lot of notes. Then we're going to jump over to 12G, the 3rd finger, go 12-10 on the G and D, alternate picked. And then 10G. Rest, and then 12 slide to 14. And then go on the B string, alternate pick, 13-15. And then 14G, 13B, hammer to 15. Sounds like this. And then 13B. So we have 14G to 13B, 15 pull 13.